Hey everyone, and welcome to the Clear Cut Classroom, where we take deep dives into all things diamonds. Today we're going to talk about how to balance the 4 C's for radiant cuts. So radiant cuts have been a super popular cut recently. You can find them as a perfectly square radiant cut or a super elongated and rectangular radiant cut. You can tell that it's a radiant cut by the cut corners on the side, because sometimes they can look a little bit like cushion cuts or princess cuts, but those cut corners are going to be telltale signs that it is a radiant. Let's start with color. Radiant cuts are actually quite good at masking color. Our recommended range for a radiant cut is anywhere in the colorless to near colorless range, so anywhere from the D to J color range for a radiant cut. Radiant cuts are also really good at camouflaging inclusions. You have a lot of flexibility when it comes to clarity. Definitely a VS2 and up, you really shouldn't be able to see any inclusions with the naked eye in a radiant cut. If you go to an SI1 or SI2, oftentimes you can find an eye clean radiant cut. It really just depends on the diamond, so make sure you have an expert take a look, but it is not unusual to have a completely eye clean stone. One thing to note for the radiant cuts, like we mentioned before, is that you can find them in many different silhouettes. They can come perfectly square or super elongated. So it is all about finding the perfect length to width ratio that suits you. If you're looking for something just slightly elongated, then a 1.1 or 1.15 ratio is probably perfect for that slightly rectangular look. If you're looking for something a little more elongated, then probably anywhere from the 1.2 to 1.3 ratio. Anything 1.3 and above is going to be super elongated for the radiant cut. There are also 2 main types of faceting patterns for the radiant cut. You can find them a lot of times with that glittery crushed ice faceting pattern, and oftentimes more of a starburst effect. So figure out which one you're more drawn to. So when shopping for radiant cuts, make sure you're looking in the colorless to near colorless range. Make sure your diamond is completely eye clean if it's in the SI1 or SI2 clarity range, and figure out what ratio and silhouette is best for you. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Comment below, let me know what you want to see next week, and class is dismissed.